Now, if you're like me and you're obsessed with a good one-pot meal because they pack maximum flavor, which means they're absolutely delicious and there's minimal cleanup. Now, this is my own special twist on Spanish-style chicken and rice, and I hope you like it. Now, let's get started. So I'm starting by prepping my chicken thighs, and I am using all chicken thighs for this recipe. Of course, you can use whatever parts of the chicken you like, and I'm also going to be leaving the skin on, and that is optional for you as well. Now I'm going to be inspecting and cleaning up my chicken, removing any excess fat or just about anything that I do not wish to eat. Sometimes there's still feathers that are lingering, so I'm going to take this time and remove all of those. So now that I've finished cleaning up my chicken, I'm going in with some fresh lime juice and some cold tap water. And I'm going to allow my chicken thighs to sit in this for at least 30 seconds because I want to get rid of some of that rawness that's associated with the chicken. And I also want to give it a nice rinse in this solution as well. So you only need enough tap water to cover your meat. Then we're just going to allow this to sit in the solution for a few seconds. Then we're going to give everything a nice wash. Just agitate it a little bit, just rub the areas to get rid of anything that might still be sitting on the chicken. Then we're going to pour this water off in our sink, rinse it with some fresh tap water, drain it, and then bring it back to our work area. Now once all that's done, we're going to go ahead and pat our chicken completely dry because we want our season to stick to our chicken so it can absorb all that delicious goodness. So go ahead and pat each piece completely dry, and sometimes there are liquid still sitting at the bottom of the bowl. You want to go ahead and drain that. So now that our chicken has been prepped, we are ready to add our seasoning, and we are going in with some olive oil, which is going to keep it nice and moist, and it's also going to help our seasoning to stick to our chicken. I'm also going in with some soy sauce, which is going to give this tons of flavor. And I'm also going in with some homemade adobo seasoning, and of course a tutorial of how I make this is live on my YouTube channel. I will link it in the egg cards for you at the end of this video so you can go ahead and check that out. Next, I'm going in with some smoked paprika. Now, I absolutely love cooking with smoked paprika. I love that smoky flavor, but if regular paprika is what you have on hand, or if that's your preference, then go ahead and use that. We're also going to be adding some all-purpose seasoning. And I'm also going in with some fresh black pepper. And I'm going to top things off with my custom seasoned blend. This is my holy grail of seasoning, my own concoction. And of course, I have a tutorial of how I put this together and exactly what is in it live on my YouTube channel that I will link in the iCards for you, as well as the video description. So go ahead and check that out. Now here's where the magic happens. You want to make sure that you rub all this delicious marinade under the skin and in every crevice of this chicken. You want to make sure that each and every piece is completely covered and coated in all this deliciousness. So next, you want to cover this with something airtight and allow it to sit for at least 15 minutes before cooking. Overnight is best because it will give you maximum flavor. Okay, my loves, let's get cooking. First, we want to heat our vegetable oil on medium-high heat in our skillet. You want to use something with a heavy bottom. I am using my Dutch oven cast iron pot, and we want our oil to be hot but not smoking, especially if you're using olive oil with a low smoke point. So once your oil is ready, go ahead and place your chicken skin side up and allow these to brown on each side for 6 to 7 minutes, and then you want to remove them. So at this point, we are not trying to cook our chicken all the way through. We just want to brown them up and give them some color and also seal in those delicious flavors. We're at that 7-minute mark, and I am ready to go ahead and flip my thighs. That doesn't sound good. I am ready to flip my chicken thighs, and look how gorgeous those are, and it smells absolutely delicious. So now we're going to do the same for the skin side down, and we're going to allow these to brown again for another 6 to 7 minutes, and then we're going to take our tongs or fork or whatever utensil you're using and remove them from our oil. So now when you're transferring them from the oil, you want to place them in a bowl, not on a paper towel, because you want all those juices that's flowing from the chicken to sit in the bowl, because it contains a lot of flavor, and we're going to add that to our rice dish when we start cooking that in a few minutes. So now that we've transferred our chicken out of our oil and set it aside, we're going to go ahead and pour off all but 2 tablespoons of oil. So all we want is 2 tablespoons of oil remaining in the pot. So now we're going to reduce our heat to medium. So next you want to add your fresh onions, your bell peppers, and your fresh garlic, and allow these to saute and soften up for about 3 to 4 minutes. You're also going to want to stir these to combine them as you're adding them. And then we are going to cover this with our pot and just allow everything to just sweat down and come together and release all those delicious flavors, which is exactly what we want. So now that our veggies have softened up, it's been about 4 minutes. We're going to go ahead and remove our lid, and this is kind of what it looks like, and it smells absolutely delicious. Next, we're going to add some butter. And now I'm going to go in with my rice, and my rice has been washed, and now I'm just going to go ahead and add it to my pot. So now that the rice is in the pot, I'm also going to go ahead and add some fresh thyme leaves. Now, fresh thyme is so fragrant and it adds such a delicious flavor to just about any dish. I am only using the leaves for this recipe. I'm going to go ahead and only remove the leaves and discard of the sprigs. So once you are finished adding your thyme leaves, go ahead and stir to combine everything. Make sure that all our flavors are incorporated fully, and then we're going to allow our rice mixture to cook for 1 minute. So now I'm going to add some dry white wine to my one pot dish. Now if you do not wish to have alcohol in your dish, then go ahead and leave it out, but white wine is going to add a delicious flavor to our Spanish style chicken and rice. So now we're just going to allow this to cook for 2 minutes, and we want to leave our pot uncovered. So now that our 2 minutes have passed, we're going to go ahead and add our tomatoes with all the juices straight into our pot. And I'm going in with some chicken stock, and you can use water as well. And I'm also adding some turmeric. And I'm also going in with some bay leaves as well. So I'm going in with some capers as well for that briny flavor. I am not a fan of olives, so I substitute out the olives for the capers, but whichever one works for you, go ahead and use it. And I'm also going in with some red pepper flakes for a mild spicy kick. And I'm going in with some frozen green peas. So next you want to give it a taste test to make sure it tastes exactly how you want it to taste. So now we're going to nestle our chicken into our rice. We're going to reduce our flames to medium-low, and we're going to allow this to cook for 15 to 20 minutes until the rice is nice and tender. We're also going to cover our pot, and we're going to drain all that juice that's sitting at the bottom of that bowl that we had our chicken in, because that's nothing but flavor right there. So we're at that 20-minute mark, and my rice is completely tender and my chicken is cooked all the way through, which is exactly what we want. Go ahead and fork up your rice to fluff it up, and then we're just going to allow this to sit uncovered for about 2 minutes before serving. And now you are ready to add your finishing touches. You can go in with some fresh parsley or some cilantro, and serve this up nice and hot. Now, this is not your traditional Spanish style chicken and rice. This is my own special twist. It is absolutely delicious, and I know you're gonna love it. Now, if you do recreate this recipe, feel free to tag us on Instagram. We would absolutely love to see your recreation. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe now as well as hit that notification bell. As always, one love and stay blessed, my friend.